Steve Bowers.
Jordan Dyer.
We welcome you to 6 in the City on this 4th of July week. Here we go.
That's it.
Everything fired up. President Trump today announced that they have appointed he has nominated 4 people for the TVA Board of Directors. Mitch Graves is out of Memphis. He's on the MLG&W board. Jeff Haygood is an attorney in Knoxville. Lee Beeman is an auto dealer in Nashville. And Randall Jones of Alabama. That's up to Senate confirmation, but the TVA board has 9 seats. They've only had 3, so they'll have 7 if these 4 are approved. And Steve Beverly's TV Classics, this 4th of July weekend marathon will start Thursday evening at 6, go all the way to Monday at 2, right? And then he's got interrupted by baseball games, maybe a 6 in the City or 2 squeezed in there somewhere. And then TV Classics on July 13th, he'll have the actor that portrayed Little Ricky on I Love Lucy. That was many decades ago, but anyway.
I do
Now, what about this show?
I love Lucy.
Is that right? Okay.
I sure do.
Well,
I think I've watched all of them.
I think his name was Keith Thibodeau or whatever. Anyway.
I don't know.
Yeah, we better go to the show.
Well, this show, we're going to hear from one of my friends, Leslie. She is our VP of Operations here at Jackson Energy Authority.
She is.
She's going to talk to us about some energy efficiency tips that we can do during these super hot days. We're going to hear from the Community Foundation of West Tennessee on their Impact Awards. Also from Denise Walton at RIPA, the 2025 Construction event.
Wow.
Yeah, they've got an anniversary coming up. Tanil Short from UT Extension of Ag, TSU Co-op Extension, UT Kitchen Divas.
Oh, that's right. Summer celebrations coming up next week.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear about that. Okay. We're going to hear from Leaders Education Foundation and their Empower Ed Educator Awards. And then also
Beach Bluff Throwdown coming up.
Yeah, they have a bunch of things coming up, and they're going to talk about their first annual Duck Days of Summer.
If that weren't enough, we got Wayne Jerrolds and the Wayne Jerrolds Band.
Yep, excited to hear from them.
Bluegrass and Savannah and rodeos and everything else. All that's coming up on this 6 in the City.
Hi, I'm here to ask the people of Jackson to be a part of a groundbreaking program, 4 Minute City.
Every minute you don't get help after a sudden cardiac arrest, your chance of survival decreases by 10%.
That's why Friends of Heart and the Jackson Fire Department have created a care team.
A group of everyday citizens trained, equipped, and ready to save lives in our community.
Please call this number or visit our website.
Together, we can save lives.
Every 3 years, the American Public Power Association recognizes public power companies that demonstrate proficiency in reliability, workforce development, safety, and system improvements. The recognition, RP3. The highest level RP3 is the Diamond RP3. In 2023, JEA's Electric Division received the Diamond RP3 award for the 8th consecutive time. This never happened before, but it's JEA today. Tired of internet that leaves you waiting and monitoring your usage with extra fees? Switch to EPlus broadband from the Jackson Energy Authority for fiber optic internet with the fastest speeds to keep everyone connected. Enjoy being online as much as you want without worrying about extra fees or data usage limits. Perfect for when you need to download and upload large files, stream videos, or use your favorite video conferencing app. EPlus broadband, fastest internet, no data caps, no slowdowns, no worries.
Welcome back to 6 in the City. Leslie Jones is with us, and she is our Vice President of Operations at the Jackson Energy Authority. She's been a busy person here lately. We've had storms and down to power poles, and I still say telephone poles. That's obsolete. And utility poles, fiber poles, and all that other stuff. Out Steamboat Ferry Road, and then on. So it's been a busy time. Question people ask, obviously the temperatures are up. We've had extended some hot days here pretty early, kind of July, August weather. What can they do to help curtail that utility bill? Because air conditioning cost is about half that utility bill, right?
That's right. About half of the utility bill is cooling your house. So there's several things that you can do to help minimize the usage there. You can make sure that that you change your air filters out when you need to change them out. It can be monthly.
So that helps reduce the pull or the drag on the system?
It does.
Does cleaning them help too?
It does. Okay. Yep, cleaning them helps also. Be aware of your thermostat and what it is set on. If you want it to be cooler at night.
Cost you more.
That's right.
Every degree, about 3% of your cooling costs goes up, is that right?
That's right. That's correct.
So People don't like that 78 plus, but
That's right.
That
But
can
if
make
you're
a
not
difference.
if you're not there during the day, maybe that's the best time to
Okay.
try to turn it up a little bit.
Will fans, so let's say they put it on 78, but they have some fans that they can use
Yes.
to help some.
does help.
That's going to help with the
It
the
will.
cost of.
does it cool
It
things or
will.
just make you feel cooler?
It cools a little bit, but it mainly just makes you feel
Feel
cooler.
better, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep, that's
That's
right.
what we're after anyway. Right?
Yep, you also want to make sure your insulation is good and that you don't have any like leaks through your ductwork. It's always a good idea to get your HVAC checked at least once a year to make sure it's functioning properly.
All right, so make sure it's efficient, and will they check the ductwork and all that stuff as well?
They can.
Okay.
They sure can.
Make sure it's sealed.
Yep.
Caulk the windows and all this other
Yep,
stuff.
and when it's super bright and sunny, you want to make sure you have your blinds closed, drapes closed, just to help keep that heat out.
What about water heater settings?
Yeah, so that makes up probably about 20% of your energy cost.
Okay.
And so you can check the settings of the temperature and try to get it to be as low as you possibly can, but still be comfortable. You can also get water heater blankets to go around them to help keep the heat in
Where do you get those from?
from any of your like local hardware stores.
Oh, okay. Okay. And they're called water heater blankets?
They are. They are. They just wrap around your water heater. They kind of insulate it. Try
Okay.
to keep the heat in.
What about like appliance usage?
So that's probably about 12%
Okay.
of your energy in your house.
The big appliances you're talking
Yes,
about.
so
Like
like
washer.
dishwasher, washer and dryers, refrigerator. So make sure your refrigerator stays closed. You only want to do full loads of laundry, full loads in your dishwasher, not half loads.
Okay. Use the microwave
Yeah, you can use the microwave.
or the grill,
The grill.
Yeah, the grill
the
would be cheaper as far as your energy usage.
because when the oven gets hot, everything.
Everything in the house gets hot.
Air conditioner has to run.
That's right. Also, your lighting in your house
Okay.
accounts for probably 8% or so.
So turn them off when you're not using.
Turn them off when you're not using them. Change out to LEDs where you can.
Leslie, one thing that we hear a lot and want people to understand, somebody say, well, I was gone on vacation for 2 weeks or 10 days or a week, and my utility bill is not that different. House is still a living, breathing thing. The hot water heater's still heating the water and holding it.
That's right.
You know, the air conditioner's still running, the fridge, freezer. If you really want to see a difference, unplug the main, but then everything's gonna be ruined when you get back.
Absolutely.
Water's gonna be cold, freezer's gonna be burnt.
That's right.
Everything else. So a house continues to live and breathe even when we're
That's
not
right.
there.
That's right. But when you're not there for a full week, you probably can adjust your temperature up to be a little bit higher.
We'll see. Okay. Always good to see you. Appreciate the work you do.
Yeah.
Leslie's
Thanks for having me.
our Vice President of Operations here. She runs a bunch of burly guys with names on their shirt that do a great job out there, men and women. Right.
You can also check our Facebook page. We
Yes.
have some videos and tips listed on our Facebook page if you need more information.
We appreciate it very much. We got the Community Foundation. We're going to talk about a lot of other things on this show. We'll start right here with the next segment of Six in the City.
A water system includes everything from wells to water storage to water lines to treatment, with constant lab testing to ensure water safety. Every 2 years, the Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation performs an unannounced on-site audit and evaluation of every facet of a water system. Perfect score, $5.99. In 2024, JEA, for the 4th consecutive inspection, received a $5.99. 8 years of perfect water system scores. That's JEA today.
Are you planning a red hot summer? Well, here's how to have one and save a life as well. Donate blood at Lifeline or at a mobile blood drive near you, now until Labor Day.
And you'll be entered to win this red hot 2022 Ford Mustang convertible from Joe Mahan Ford.
So give blood, save a life, and have a red hot summer with Lifeline Blood Services.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello? That's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Welcome back to Six in the City. Steve Bowers and Jordan Dyer with you. We got a special guest. Haley Fortune is with us. She's shooting video in between. We're not used to this.
Yeah.
Yes, I was doing a little behind the scenes.
of Six in the City. So we try to be on our best behavior. So if you see it, it's usually not that way, but anyway, it worked out. She's with the Community Foundation of West Tennessee. Several things to talk about, but one is the Community Impact Awards. The amount of money has gone up.
Yes, that's right. This year we awarded a record number of $120,000 in grants to 14 nonprofits serving West Tennessee.
Okay. This is done once a year.
Yes, so this is our annual grant program.
So the amount of money was 75 last year. It's gone up. So how do you determine the amount of money and then who gets it?
Yes, I'm glad you asked. So the proceeds from the annual charity gala that we host each year,
Okay.
which this year is November 8th, save the date. So the proceeds from that event help fund our Community Impact Grant Awards. So we take those dollars and then invest them back into the community. Each year we take applications from about February to mid-March, April, from nonprofits. Qualifications are you have to be a 501c3 organization and serving one of the 20 counties that we serve, which is all of West Tennessee outside of Shelby. So we take applications, and then this year we had 57 nonprofits apply.
Whoa.
Which was a lot of proposals to read, but it was
Okay.
really great for our staff
Well, I
and our
wouldn't want to
committee.
be on that committee. That would be tough.
Lots of reading, and some really hard decisions to make.
I would think.
So what are some of the things that you're looking for whenever you select the winners?
Yes, so we have 5 questions that we ask the nonprofits. What is the need you're going to address? How do you plan to address the need? We're looking at a project budget, and we're really trying to see where we can maximize impact and also just touch corners of our community that may not be getting resources. This year, we actually awarded the Selmer Senior Center, which is in McNairy County, and we helped fund dance programs and other workout programs for that community for senior citizens. So that's a little different than things we've done before, but a really cool program that we're excited to see how it.
So you're taking
impacts it.
applications from all over West Tennessee
All over, all the
Okay.
counties that we
that
serve.
serve through the foundation.
Minus Shelby.
Minus Shelby, yes.
Minus
yes.
Shelby.
Okay, sorry.
So who are some of the winners that you've had in the past?
Yes, so we've awarded anything from legal services, housing security, food security. You're actually going to be hearing from one of our grant recipients coming up, which is RIFA. So we've worked with RIFA every year throughout our community impact grants to help support the hunger fight here in our community. And so this year they were one of our big grant recipients, receiving $15,000 to go towards their community-supported agriculture boxes. And it's just such a cool program to see behind the scenes. We're looking forward to volunteering with them to bring some more content to you guys about that.
Now, you can contribute directly to the foundation, right?
Absolutely.
And you can pick out any of the programs that you support.
Yes, so we have our Community Impact Fund, which goes directly back to programs like our grants, but then we also have over 400 different funds that serve a variety of needs. Some names you might have heard include Heaven's Cradle, Miss Kelly's Kindness, Jackson Area Robotics, so we serve a wide range of needs.
And you can do that in honor of or in memory of someone as well, right?
Yes, you can.
So it's a great way to do a memorial gift.
Where do they go to donate?
So you can give on our website, cfwtn.org. We have all of our giving fund options on there. You can also just go old-fashioned and give us a call, 731-984-2140.
Are gala tickets available yet?
Yes, we have
They are?
tables
Okay.
and sponsorships available.
Okay.
So you'll probably be hearing from me, Beth, or Frank in the coming weeks. We're starting to reach out and try to get those confirmed. We have tables starting at $2,500, sponsorships starting at $3,500, and individual tickets available. Our patrons party is going to be October 2nd, so don't miss that either. It's always a guest favorite.
Key part of that is the Jackson Awards, and you are still taking nominations.
Yes, so we're accepting nominations for those awards up until July 25th, and we are actually really in need of healthcare nominations. So if you know someone, whether that's a friend, a coworker, or a family member who is really leading in the healthcare industry, and they don't have to be a doctor, they could be a nurse, they can be someone who works in the healthcare field in another way, but we really want to highlight those individuals.
Okay. The categories?
Arts, education, healthcare, leadership, volunteer service, and youth.
Okay, very good. That's why she's doing this. Always good to see you.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Once again, Haley Fortune with us. That's Community Foundation of West Tennessee, cfwtn.org.
Yep, that's it.
cfwtn.org to keep up with all that. Always good to see you.
Yes, thank
We
you.
appreciate it so much. We're going to head south from Savannah, Tennessee. We're delighted to have these folks with us. They've got a festival coming up we'll talk about, and a rodeo and everything else. But right now, we're going to the main stage. This is the Wayne Jerrolds Band.
Thank you, Steve. Good to be back over here. We're going to do a number here that used to play with the father of bluegrass, Mr. Bill Monroe, a little bit of Uncle Pen. That's the song that he wrote about his uncle, but in the key of A. People would come from miles away to dance all night till the break of day. Corner would call, do-si-do. You walk up in, but it's ready to go. They didn't need any bouncing down. How to do it above the town. Bring a fiddle, Lord, high and ring. Hear it talk, you hear it sing. Played an old tune called Soldier Joe and an old tune called Boston Boy. Greatest of all was Jenny Lynn to me, that's when the feeling began. They didn't need any bouncing down, how to do it above the town. Play the fiddle, Lord, high and ring. Hear it talk, you hear it sing. Never shall forget that mournful day when Uncle Finn was called away. Hung up his fiddle and he hung up his bow, knew it was time for him to go. Late in the evening about sundown, how to do it above the town. Then play the fiddle, Lord, high and ring. Hear it talk, you can hear it sing.
Jackson got electric streetlights in 1887. Electricity expanded with the Suburban Street Railway Company. And in 1897, Suburban switched from horse-drawn cars to electric. The company became the Jackson Railway and Light Company. Streetcars plus electric power for homes. Power for home lights was turned on at 6 p.m. and turned off at 10 p.m. After that, go back to gas or kerosene, but it was another step toward JEA today.
For 9 years, the READ team has helped over 2,200 second graders read better through coaching and friendships. Students have increased their word recognition by as much as 300%. Reading on grade level opens the door for Google searches, driver's licenses, and career opportunities. Invest 1 hour a week to give our second graders every chance to read on grade level. Go to thereadteam.org to sign up. The READ team, changing our community one word at a time. In partnership with JMCSS, Leaders Education Foundation, and United Way of West Tennessee. But you already knew that because you can read.
For the most reliable drinking water supply at the highest quality, reach for the tap. Our tap water is safe and continues to exceed all government requirements. For more information about our drinking water, visit www.jaxenergy.com/JEACCR.
Move over. It's the law. When approaching work vehicles or crews, move over to create a safety zone. It protects utility workers, law enforcement, firefighters, and emergency personnel. It's not an option. Slow down. It could save a life. Stay safe. Move over.
Denise Walton is with us. So that means we're going to talk about RIFA. That's usually what's happening. And something special going on is construction.
Yes, sir.
20th year, you say.
20th year, 20th anniversary. Isn't that exciting?
That's exciting. Franny Smith brought that project, right?
Yes, she did.
I mean, it was out there and she saw it and said, hey, let's do this.
A perfect fit, yes.
Okay.
And we're thrilled that she did.
Yeah.
Where did this start? The construction, did it start in Jackson?
No, it's a nationwide event and happens a lot of places. We're the only one around West Tennessee to this scale.
So we just adopted it.
We did. Miss Franny was on the board of RIFA, saw that it involved canned food and non-perishable food items and thought it'd be a great fit and presented it to the board. And 20 years later, here we are, here at the Civic Center.
It's a design, it's a design, engineer design competition. Really.
Yes.
They build sculptures out of food. Or canned foods and sacks.
Non-perishable items.
Any kind of non-perishable thing.
And it is amazing to see.
It's
and I know
been
you guys
intriguing
have,
to see what's happened during
And
the years.
before I worked at RIFA, remember taking my kids to the mall. You know, they would set up in the mall at that time.
Yeah, it sure did.
And we would just stand in awe as people built these things. And here we are. And the same thing, they just roll off these big pallets of food. It's an exciting day. You know, it always starts on that Tuesday before the big event. This year it's Thursday, September the 25th. And a lot of teams, you know, there's a lot of bragging rights, and they have a history.
Intense competition.
Very much it is. And then,
All right, so the build-out will be when?
it's on Tuesday, the 23rd, September the
23rd
23rd.
of September.
Starts that morning. Teams work into the day and some into the night. We're sometimes here till 7 or 8. You know, it just takes that long. You've got to have an engineer or somebody with that capacity, you know, to put the
One year,
structures together.
JL built a gas flame, and I, to this day, have not figured out how that thing stayed.
Yeah, it's way more
put.
mathy than
Somebody
Denise
built
is.
a hospital one time.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, we
Box.
got an international award on that thing. We sure
Yes.
did. They were talking about it.
We always
All
send
right,
those
so
off.
now there's also a big gala that goes on with this,
There
our
is.
special evening. That's on the
Yes.
25th.
On the 25th, we always come in. Folks can, you know, view the structures and then come on down and have a wonderful catered meal, and then give out those awards. There's always a lot of anticipation to see who wins which award. There are 7 awards, and then we have entertainment. This year we have Johnny W. He is from the Dry Bar Comedy, much like Mike, our friend last year, and he is a lot of fun. And he's on YouTube. We've got a couple of links on our website. It's going to be a lot of fun. You know, right now, too, things are kind of heavy in our country and in our city and just in the world. So it is just really special to come and be a part of 800 people laughing, you know, in one big place.
How many teams do you normally have participate?
Anywhere from 13 to 16, typically. I think we're around that same number this year.
People can still enter a team, right?
Absolutely, yes. Welcome to call RIFA or hop on the website, our social media, and find out there's a packet that has just, you know, the rules and things that they follow. And if you need some information, just call and we can put somebody in touch, you know, with the team. And then, of course, we're looking for sponsors and always have tables and tickets as well. And if folks want to come and just come to the event of the comedy that night, you can get balcony tickets as well. And all of that's online.
Everything's online.
Absolutely.
RIFAJackson.org.
Yes, RIFAJackson.org. Absolutely. And
How big or small can the teams be?
Oh, the structures, we have seen some as 2,500 cans upwards. You know, there are
How many
some.
participants can each team have? Is there a limit?
I think they can bring, I don't even know if I know that. I'm sure there's a number, but I'm sorry that I don't know the number of folks that they can show up. A lot of folks bring in several, and I really don't.
I know the JA teams sometimes have included several people.
Yes, there's a lot of folks usually.
I'm interested about the constructions too.
Oh, yes.
So what are some interesting things that you've seen in the past?
Last year there was a box of crayons, and that was really, really fun. A couple of folks have constructed a QR code, and if you look at it one certain way, it reads words, and then if you stand over here, there's a QR code. That blows my mind how that one works. You can stand in a certain place
sometimes when you take a
and
photograph, you see the images so much clearer.
So much clearer, yes. Looking
and that's
through,
kind of interesting.
it
I've
is.
never figured out why it's that way. But
Very much. It was actually
we had one year, I think, with a Joker. When you took a photo, it was just there the Joker was.
Yes, right in your face, exactly, yes.
Oh, wow.
The QR code worked, and so it had a link where you could vote, because there's always a people's choice, and so it's really, really fun to see these folks get real creative and just, you never know what's gonna.
So I guess some of these teams are at work already.
Absolutely, they are. Yes, sir. Right. Several have already started a few months ago, but there's still time. You know, you can put together a team, so we're excited. Yes.
Quick note: I know the summertime is underway. You're doing special work this summer. Right?
We are. Yes, the Bus Stop Cafe is rolling out every single day and delivering food to kiddos all over the city. And of course, snack backpacks are handed out on Thursdays and Fridays to sustain them over the weekend. And you know, we have Pack the Bus coming up. That's before construction, so that's August the 9th. It's on the Saturday.
Oh, you'll be where?
We will be at Sam's Club, both Walmart North and South, Kroger Stonebrook, and Kroger University Parkway.
Okay.
And we'll have those.
That's August the
9th on that Saturday.
That's right. School's about to start.
Yes, sir.
We're a month away.
I know.
We sure
Can you
are.
believe today's July the 1st?
Wow.
You blink and it's over.
It's over. It sure
Time
is.
gets away
What
from
summer?
us. Yes.
Yeah. Over. You do great work, Denise. We always
Thank you.
appreciate talking with you.
Thank you so much.
Sure,
I
the
appreciate
RIFA
the
is
opportunity to
amazing.
be
RIFAJackson.org. Any way you want to get involved, direct donor, volunteer, whatever, it all works. Good to see you.
Thank you for having me.
We're delighted to have these folks with us. This man has played with Bill Monroe and a bunch of other folks. Legend in this country music business and bluegrass. We're glad to have all the folks from Savannah. This is the Wayne Jerrolds Band.
And Steve, we're honored to be here. The next song we're going to do is your new 2024 state song, and it's Tennessee, Tennessee, written by our own Wayne Jerrolds.
Fishing is easy, they say. There's an artist's view, so peaceful, end of a hard-working day. Tennessee, Tennessee, where the music is ringing at midnight, mockingbirds singing at daylight, the volunteer states you'll see. Battlefield, like old Shiloh, Tennessee. They're rocking the blues in Memphis. Nashville, Grand Ole Opry. Take Orange Country up through the Smokies. What natural beauty there to see. Tennessee. Tennessee, where the music is ringing at midnight, the mockingbirds singing at daylight. I got Tennessee walking on me, so proud when y'all come. Tennessee, Tennessee.
Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted.
Every child follows a path in life. For many, that path will lead them to a door that gives them a place to grow, to learn, to belong, a place to forge their future. Because while many doors open, these doors transform. They did for us. Support your local Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures start here.
She was a black female singing country music in the 1970s. Moving to Nashville in 1974, she signed with Johnny Howard and 50 States Records. They recorded different textures of country music, but hit the magic with a contemporary country song in 1977, You've Got to Mend This Heartache. It not only charted Billboard Country, in October 1977, it charted Top 40. Her real name? Not Ruby Falls, Bertha Bearden Dorsey. She was born and spent her early life in Jackson, Tennessee. Welcome back to 6 in the City. Tennille Short is with us. We're glad she's here. She's Extension Agent 3, third level, highest you can go.
I've topped out, I guess.
Okay, topped out. Well, congratulations. We're here to talk about one of our favorite subjects, and that is food, 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 food. Right? Summer celebration is coming up when?
Next Thursday.
You're
Always
kidding.
the second Thursday in July.
July.
Yes, every other year.
Every
now.
other year now. Second, we missed it last year. Second Thursday in July.
Yes.
And the Kitchen Divas are back.
We are back. Look, when the diva earrings come out, when I have the apron earrings, then it is time.
It's time. Or
Yes.
It's all like a chicken ball.
Kitchen
as they used to say.
Divas. We're going to be doing our show. We are doing it 3 times this year.
You're kidding.
Yes, we're going to do it at 10 o'clock, 12 noon, and 2 p.m.
So where do you film it?
Well, no, we're going to actually be live in the
Live
kitchen
during
there at Summer Celebration.
Okay.
So people are going to get a chance to buy tickets. Now, Summer Celebration is free this year, but it is a $5 entrance fee to come and see the Kitchen Divas.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So how do you get those tickets?
Well, they're available 1 hour before each showtime.
So you have to be there.
Come to the kitchen door and listen. Our theme this year for the whole Summer Celebration is "Come for the Show." So
Okay.
of course we're going to play into the theme.
Okay.
Yes.
So 10, noon, and 2.
Yes.
Okay.
10. How many divas are there?
There are 4 of us, and we are actually extension agents in family and consumer sciences. Yes, from 4 different counties in West Tennessee.
Oh, did you go to the QR code on our screen right now? You get the entire Summer Celebration schedule.
Yes, it's ready.
Okay.
Presenting appetizers.
Yes. We're Act 1. Appetizers. You get it? Come for the show. We're Act 1. So you will find a variety of appetizers if you come to our show, and you get to taste them all.
Okay, very good.
But this is not the first time you've had this.
We've been doing this for about 20 years.
Wow.
Wow.
It was going on before I came along, and so this has been an ongoing thing. It's the kitchen committee at Summer Celebration.
Okay. How many people do you usually have come to this?
Usually we max out at 240. Yes, we usually sell out of tickets during the day. We used to do the show 7 times. We've had a couple of birthdays.
Yes.
And we have had to pull it back a little bit.
This will be, are y'all in the kitchen there? Where are you?
We're in the kitchen. It's hot in there.
I understand that, but then how do you get 240 people? Of course, you divide that by
We do
3.
it 7 times.
Okay.
But not this year.
Not this
3
year.
times
Only 3 times.
3
this year.
times.
Sorry,
So
10,
Steve,
noon, 2.
you better get there
I
early.
got to get there early.
Yes.
Be standing in line.
Get it while it's hot.
But the tickets don't go on sale until an hour before.
1 hour before
So
each
So you
session.
can visit everything else that's going on. Summer Celebration will start at what time?
Summer Celebration, I believe the festivities start at 8 o'clock,
8
I
o'clock,
believe.
all right.
Yes.
No admission. Get there early and then do the tours and all the stuff.
You can do all of the things and then come and see us.
Now, what is the show you're doing on Tuesdays now?
Now, every Tuesday afternoon, 2 o'clock p.m., we have a Facebook show. It started during the pandemic when we were working from home, and it hasn't stopped. We've done it every Tuesday since 2020.
Okay.
Do you 4 get together, or are you in separate
We're
kitchens?
cooking on Zoom.
Okay.
Yes.
4 separate kitchens.
Yes, we were in quarantine and we started cooking. We were by ourselves. We were lonely.
Right.
We started cooking together, and the public loved it.
All right, so where do you go on Facebook?
You can search for Kitchen Divas VIP. We're a group.
You're
You
a
got to
group.
join the group.
Okay.
Yes.
So if I join your group, am I going to learn how to cook?
Yes.
Okay. I think I
We
need to be a
We
part
have
of
a
the group
different
then.
theme every month. And so July is fresh and easy because all of the things are growing.
Yes.
We've got the fresh produce coming in, and we've got easy recipes.
Okay. Do you give like a grocery list ahead of time so we can cook along, or is it you
No.
demonstrate and then
we'll
we need
demonstrate and then we post the recipe and then we love feedback. So when our public make the recipes, we like to hear back.
Perfect. We can take photos of it and
Oh, yeah.
share.
Facebook every Tuesday, too. There's another show on.
Huh.
Sit, too.
That does sound
On Facebook.
familiar.
I'm sorry.
Tuesdays at 2. I don't think we can make it.
But you can view all of our recipes since 2020 if you join our group.
All right, so get on the group. And, of course, Summer Celebration next Thursday. Always the second Thursday in July. It's now just every other year.
Yes, every other year it alternates with Mile and No Till.
No till. All right, so on the odd year, second Tuesday, or second Thursday.
Second Thursday.
Be at Summer Celebration. UT Ag Research Center there on Airways Boulevard. The Kitchen Divas at 10, noon, and 2.
Yes, we'll be there.
Good to see you.
Bring your
We
appetite.
Good to
appreciate
see
it
you
very much. We'll talk education and more. Plus, we'll talk, duck days and everything else. We got a lot of stuff still to talk about on this 6 in the City.
It stands out in the landscape. It's the newest and largest water tank in the JEA system. Located northeast of McKellar-Sipes Airport, it holds 2.5 million gallons of water. Construction costs just shy of $4 million, but it will supply water and the water pressure necessary to sustain fire hydrants in an expanding industrial and commercial area of Jackson. Meeting needs and building for the future, all a part of JEA today.
That's my neighbor, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a very big mistake. Hey, Joe, you think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have your underground utilities marked before you start digging?
John, that's just for big projects.
Actually, it's for any digging project. Hey, congratulations, Joe. You found your electric line. Remember, safe digging always begins with a free call to 811. You want to borrow my phone, buddy?
Are you planning a red hot summer? Well, here's how to have one and save a life as well. Donate blood at Lifeline or at a mobile blood drive near you, now until Labor Day.
And you'll be entered to win this red hot 2022 Ford Mustang convertible from Joe Mahan Ford.
So give blood, save a life, and have a red hot summer with Lifeline Blood Services.
Welcome back to Six in the City. Leanne Bentley is with us, and she is the foundation president for the Leaders Credit Union Education Foundation. Leaders Credit Union was formed by teachers, right?
We were formed by teachers.
How many years ago? It goes back decades.
1957. We were formed by 5 educators from Jackson, Madison County.
Wow. Look where it is today.
I'm telling you.
How large now is Leaders
We have
Credit
over 80,000 members right now, and we just hit about $1.2 billion in assets for all of West Tennessee.
And how many locations now?
We have about 10 retail locations, and then 2 mortgage centers, a call center, or actually a couple call centers, and then some corporate offices.
Okay.
So we're about 220 employees strong right now.
Well, the Education Foundation does many different things. One of those is to recognize educators each year. So tell us about this process.
Well, absolutely. Well, actually, the Leaders Education Foundation was formed in 2019. It's actually a separate entity than the credit union, but the credit union was our founding sponsor from that. So from there, we have formed an organization. This is our 5th year, and we're having our very first fundraising event to support the foundation and all the things that we do there. And so we give away a little over $125,000 a year in teacher grants, scholarships, program support. And so we're now looking to continue to expand that with our other partners and make it bigger and better. And we also want to do that through the program and by supporting teachers and giving away 5 educator awards at the program.
All right, so the event is going to be?
The event's going to be at the Civic Center on August 14th. We're bringing Dr. John Deloney in town. Dr. John Deloney is a Dave Ramsey personality. He's a best-selling author. He has his own podcast. So if you haven't been listening to him, I encourage you to. He's probably like number 4 or 5 on my feeds now that I've been watching him.
Okay.
But he's a fantastic, counselor and psychiatrist, and all his aspects that he does. And so he's very fascinating to listen to, and he's going to come talk to us. Have a 45-minute presentation from him. Have a meet and greet, and also have a little question and answer. So if you want to be kind of a part of a live podcast in a way, he'll be answering questions from the audience.
August, that day.
Okay, August 14th.
How do people get tickets?
They can go to leadersgives.org. And so from there, sponsorships are still available, table sales are available, and you can also do individual dinner seats or balcony seats available at this time.
Okay, so there's dinner also involved.
There's a full dinner. We have Jackson Kitchen and Catering. They're doing our dinner in our bar. And so we're going to have great food and great drinks. We have some surprises throughout the evening, some good music. And I think it's going to be a really fantastic event. Right. And they're also honoring the 5 educators throughout West Tennessee.
Okay. Now, who are these educators, or has that been released or announced?
It has been released. Okay. We have 5 different ones. We have 3 that are kind of called from the Inspiring Students Award. Each of those are either a K through 12, a support individual, or in college. And so our K through 12 is Caroline Yarbrough from JCM Early College High. From our K through 12, Meredith Key, Jackson Christian School. And then we have Dr. George Pingen from our college level. So we're very excited about that. He's at Union University.
Right, he's been with us.
We also have one from the volunteer side. And so that's our Impacting Communities Award. And Dr. Ken Newman is actually being honored from that. He's been a head figure in education for a long time. He's been in the school system. He's been at Union for many years. He's been on the school board. He was on the Bicentennial Education Committee. So he's just done a lot of things for the community throughout the years. And we also have our Empowering Schools Award and our Leadership Award, and that's Dr. Crystal Hodges Johnson out of Memphis.
Okay.
How are these educators chosen?
We had an awards nomination out there for about 2 months. People could nominate, and we had a selection committee that went through all the nominations. And so, fortunately, I wasn't part of the nominating or selection committee, but we had a great group going through there, selected the ones in each category. We contacted them, and we're going to honor them on August 14th.
And this will happen every year?
And we're looking forward to having an annual event from this, for sure.
So they do it every year, okay. Was this the first fundraiser?
This is the very first one. This is the first
Okay.
event we've had at this level.
Interesting.
Like we've had, our Lee's grant receptions, and we've had different receptions for people who who won scholarships and won teacher grants throughout the year. But this is our first fundraising event, and we're very excited about it. It should
And
be a
special
great,
way
fun
to
evening.
showcase these winners as well. So it's
Absolutely.
It's good
We're excited
combination.
about honoring
Yeah,
them.
That's great.
Yes.
Well, Lynn, we appreciate it very much. Leaders Credit Union is just a tremendously successful and deeply community-involved organization here in Jackson, West Tennessee. That's much appreciated. Much appreciated.
I'm proud to be a part of it.
Always good to see. We're going to go back to the main stage here. Wayne Jerrolds said, we have a lot of state songs, Smoky Mountain Rain, a lot of others. But Wayne said, too, Rocky Top is about drinking, and Tennessee Waltz about somebody stealing your girl. Hey, we need another kind of song, and I'm glad you wrote that, Wayne, and appreciate the legislature adopting that. Let's go back to the main stage and more from the Wayne Jerrolds Band.
This next song was written by our own Tommy Lynn over here, and it's called The Brownsville Rag.
For the most reliable drinking water supply at the highest quality, reach for the tap. Our tap water is safe and continues to exceed all government requirements. For more information about our drinking water, visit www.jaxenergy.com/JEACCR.
Move over. It's the law. When approaching work vehicles or crews, move over to create a safety zone. It protects utility workers, law enforcement, firefighters, and emergency personnel. It's not an option. Slow down. It could save a life. Stay safe. Move over.
That's my neighbor, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a very big mistake. Hey, Joe, you think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have your underground utilities marked before you start digging?
John, that's just for big projects.
Actually, it's for any digging project. Hey, congratulations, Joe. You found your electric line. Remember, safe digging always begins with a free call to 811. You want to borrow my phone, buddy?
Jackson got electric streetlights in 1887. Electricity expanded with the Suburban Street Railway Company. And in 1897, Suburban switched from horse-drawn cars to electric. The company became the Jackson Railway and Light Company. Streetcars plus electric power for homes. Power for home lights was turned on at 6 p.m. and turned off at 10 p.m. After that, go back to gas or kerosene, but it was another step toward JEA today.
Welcome back to Six in the City. We're going to talk about ducks. We're not talking about ducks. Lisa Lovelace is with us. Who have you got with you?
This is Matthew Martin. He is my boss for Madison County Parks and Rec.
Matthew's a good man in this county. He's made a lot of changes in Parks and Rec.
Thank you.
Appreciate it very much. Appreciate the work you're doing. Now, you were explaining how we got ducks into a Beach Bluff here.
Yes. I'm originally from Montana. We used to have a duck day in my hometown where I grew up.
Okay.
So I was like, it was fun, and I'm kind of bringing that to Tennessee.
Okay.
How long have you been with the Beach Bluff Recreation Center?
I worked there for 3 years, and then I quit for 2, and then I've been back, and it's almost 2 years now. So
Okay.
Wow.
So y'all have made a lot of changes.
And y'all doing renovations out there right now, right? Or
Yes,
got
sir.
some planned?
Finishing
them up.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, and we have a playground that'll be coming in sometime, hopefully this year. If not, it'll be the first of next.
And renovated the building itself as well.
Yes,
Congratulations on that.
Thank
very,
you.
Very important project out there. Now, We got about 5 or 6 flyers in here, so where
Yeah,
do we
I've got a lot.
where we need to start about? Now, Duck Days, what day is this going to be?
This is going to be July 26th.
July 26th.
6th.
And
It's
that'll
going to be
a
hot.
Saturday?
It'll be a Saturday.
Saturday, July 26th. You see it
Yes.
on the screen right now, and so here we go.
Yeah, this is going to be, we'll have a bunch of different events. We'll go from 10 in the morning till probably about 10 at night. We're going to have a parade in there. We'll do water events. We'll have a band that my husband and some of his friends play with. So we'll have Mitch Harris, Jake Davis, John
Is this
Lovelace,
kind of replacing
Adam
Beach Bluff
Bain.
Heritage Days or what?
It is, yes,
Okay, kind of.
because I got tired of fighting with the Henderson Barbecue Festival. So I'm like, maybe we'll have something that's our own, but people will want to
all right,
come
so
to.
you have your own Duck Days out there.
Yes.
So it's got races and a whole bunch of other things going on.
Yes.
So it starts at 10.
Starts at 10
Any
in
of
the
these
mo-
ticketed events, are they all open? or-
There's some of them that we'll have like a kickball tournament that we'll have medals and stuff like that for. We'll have a kind of a duck poop bingo that we're gonna do.
Okay.
That you can buy your spaces for that, and then
Do they need to do that
bed
ahead of
races.
time?
Most of them, like the bed races and the kickball tournament, they can come and do ahead of time, register their teams,
Okay.
and that way we know they're there.
Okay.
So where do we get all this information?
Madison County Parks and Rec, or they can go to our Facebook page, which is Beach Bluff Recreation Center, and a lot of that is on there. Or there's, we do a newsletter through Madison County that Matt has
Okay.
started, that
Okay.
it's also in there.
Is the July 26th Duck Days schedule full list of activities on your Facebook page?
It is, yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then also online?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then can they go to your Facebook page to register for the kickball tournament or the duck bingo?
Yes, ma'am. They can also message me or text me as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see your number is on here.
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect.
And how many parks do we have now in the county system?
Right now, we've got 9, and we've got 1 more coming, and part of this Duck Days that we're tagging on to, we're going to be having some special events at 12, some dedication ceremonies, some walkthroughs of the gym to show
Okay.
everybody what we did.
On the
And
26th.
we've got 2 special surprise dedication ceremonies.
Oh, is that
And
right?
I'm not going to say much else because I
Okay.
don't want the word to get out too much, but we want everybody to come see what's going to go on at 12 o'clock on July
Well, it's a real step to
26th.
preserve part of this campus and make use of it.
Sir, yes, sir.
I didn't realize we had that many parks, so we got 9 going on 10.
Mhm.
Okay.
And we're always open for more.
Well, it's a growing need out there.
Yes, sir.
The population is growing in this county.
If we don't get the parkland now, it's going to be gone.
It's gone. Yeah, we had that greenway that was planned around the city, and they did a lot of the south work, but then the north got away. Suddenly, the developers were up there, and the land was gone. You know, I mean,
And between here and Brownsville, that's the prime territory.
right
We'd
now.
like to have a park out in that area before the green space is gone, but
wow, special work.
we're working towards it.
Well, good luck with this Duck Days.
Thank you.
It'll set you apart out there.
I hope so. I hope we'll bring a whole lot more people out there for them to see what we got going on, so.
Do you
hopefully.
have to join the Beach Bluff Community Center?
You do not to be part of our events.
Okay.
We do offer memberships. We're working on getting gym equipment out there, like, weights and that kind of stuff.
Okay.
We have our gym out there that was just newly renovated, so they can come out there and play basketball. And we have volleyball nets, pickleball nets. What else do we have? Badminton. We have all sorts of stuff out there.
Brand new
so.
pavilion
Mhm.
that you can
Oh, wow.
come
Okay.
out there and have some family events. And
4
like she
picnic
said,
tables.
the playground is coming.
Sounds like
It's
we need
just
to
a
get
little
out there and
slow.
see what's
Yes.
going on there.
Yeah,
I guess,
come on
with
out.
all these, do you know, what 9 parks do we have?
Well, you've got Sugar Ridge, you've got Young Equestrian Center, you've got Pope, you've got Bourne. We've got 2 Civil War sites, Britton Lane and Salem Cemetery,
That's right.
which we're about to expand to 120 acres and turn that into like a Parker's Crossroads. I think your heart is
Part
in
of
that
effort,
project too.
right. Dr. Cox and
Yep, that's
all
going to
those
be, I mean, we got a lot going on.
a lot
and
going on.
It's I don't have the patience to wait for it, but I want it done tomorrow. But we're going to get it done sooner or
Well,
later.
It's great to see this. I mean, it's just a very important part of this county. It's really good to see
And
it.
of course, Beach Bluff will have a little bit more green space.
Okay.
August 1st, we'll be shut down because the rest of the building is going to be torn down, so.
By the way, the
we'll have
parade
more.
starts at 1 o'clock. Get your vehicle lined up. We'll get ready to go.
Yes.
All that Duck Days, July 26th.
July
right-
26th.
Right there at Beach Bluff. We're going to talk about fireworks next as we continue this 6 in the City.
rockabilly force of the 1950s, Jackson's Kenny Parchman recorded at Sun Records starting in 1957. But the Sun roster was crowded, and Kenny's recordings were not released, though they are prominently featured in Sun record sets today. It was through labels in Jackson, Lou and Jackson, that Kenny hit the 45s. His band included Smoochie Smith, George Sykes, Richard Page, Ronnie Parchman, and others. They still have an international fan following today. A Jackson music note, Kenny Parchman. A water system includes everything from wells to water storage to water lines to treatment, with constant lab testing to ensure water safety. Every 2 years, the Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation performs an unannounced on-site audit and evaluation of every facet of a water system. Perfect score, $5.99. In 2024, JEA, for the 4th consecutive inspection, received a $5.99. 8 years of perfect water system scores. That's JEA today.
From time to time, life may throw us a curveball. Even with the best of efforts, maintaining the essentials like utilities can be difficult. With UtiliCare, you can make a donation to help provide utility assistance to families right here in Jackson. Your contribution makes a difference for those families struggling to pay utility bills. Go online to learn more or donate. jaxenergy.com/UtiliCare.
Welcome back to Six in the City. Thanking all of our guests. We got some such things as we wrap up here. We got fireworks sales are legal in this city for the first time, I don't know, since 1842 or something. 1865 during the war or something. I don't know when it was. But anyway, Dwayne Seals is with us and Melissa's with us from the Jackson Fire Department. So we're going to talk about this. So does it change anything as far as, can we shoot fireworks in the city, or we're not supposed to, or what are we supposed to do?
Now we can shoot fireworks.
We can shoot fireworks legally in the city.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what difference it's going to make. It's been legal in our neighborhood.
I know, right?
And somebody said, well, why don't they come out there and stop that? I said, well, you're going to have to arrest all the daddies and granddaddies in the subdivision if you do that. So it's kind of been an understanding, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Is it changing anything as far as your expectation of what happens on July 4th?
No, sir. So we want to make sure everyone is safe, basically. So that never has changed. Safety is number one.
Number one. So, Melissa, what are you telling people?
We're telling people, let the adults handle the fireworks. Always make sure that you've got a water bucket, a sand bucket, a fire extinguisher. Make sure that when you're shooting them off, that you're in a clearing, that you're not shooting them off right by a bunch of dried up leaves or trash and stuff like that.
So some common sense.
And
be aware also these sparklers and all these other things put out a lot of heat.
Oh, yes, sir.
So
Yes,
we
sir.
give those to the little ones every once in a while, but it's still danger there.
Yeah, we still got to make sure that the adults are around, make sure that they're doing everything safely, and it's been pretty dry, so we need to make sure we're not catching anything.
Also in
on
this,
fire.
of course, we have fireworks shows coming on July 4th. The Madison County Fire Department does a great job with their Firefighters Freedom Festival. Activities start at 3 on July 4th. Fireworks, obviously, at sunset. And then the Rockabillies will have a fireworks show after their game. They got three games this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's the Elvis night Saturday night, by the way, and fireworks night on Friday. And that'll start after the game. And you can't predict baseball. Sometimes it goes 14 innings and it's midnight, but anyway, it'll start after all that.
Very true.
But in the midst of all that, we're trying this as far as, and legalized sales in the city for the first time. It has been a long time.
A lot of firework tents set up.
Oh, yeah, they sure have been.
They're all over the place this year.
They are.
Yeah. Grilling safety.
Oh, yeah, grilling safety as well. Okay, yes. I'm getting the cues here. My headphones are shorting out, so I'm kind of wandering around here. So what we need to talk about grilling?
So with grilling safety, always make sure that you are grilling away from your house. Make sure that you're not like under the carport, not under any branches, anything like that. Make sure that you clean your grills every time you use them.
Okay.
Get all that buildup and stuff.
Okay, so you want that off, okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
And keeping a fire extinguisher close by, just in case.
Just in case?
Yes, sir.
Now, he looked at me when he said that. Apparently, my neighborhood association has been out of me.
I carry one around because I hang out with you so much.
There it is. So there's some reasoned activity. See, I've always considered that build-up seasoning the grill. You know, and you say, no, that's not what you do. Okay.
No, sir.
All right.
Not if you want to practice safety, Steve.
All right.
So.
Unless you want us coming out there.
No,
Yeah.
we don't want this. Good to see you here, not anywhere else. Anything else we need to talk about, Melissa?
I don't think
All right,
so.
we're
Yeah,
good.
I think-
I want to talk to Wayne Jerrolds then for a moment before they close out this show. The Bluegrass Festival this year, how many years, Wayne?
47.
47. It's going July 11th and 12th.
Yes, sir.
On the 11th is at Wayne Jerrolds Park, right?
Yes, the River
And
Park.
And then the River Park, and then the 12th is downtown.
Right, at the Farmers Market,
Okay.
Savannah
Now the
Market, right
rodeo
across.
is coming up July 18th and 19th, right?
Right, Bucking on the River. It's our 21st one.
Okay. Oh, wow. It'll be 8 o'clock both nights.
Uh-huh.
And that's at the Hardin County Fairgrounds.
Yes, sir.
How do we find out about these events? Has Hardin County got a page we can go to?
They do. You go to tourism, or you can also just go to the Hardin County page, and they'll have all of it on it. We also have a Bucking on the River page, and you can also follow any of the people on Facebook. They have a lot of advertisements on Facebook.
Okay. All right. Very, very good. We appreciate that and appreciate. I want to thank all of our guests for being with us. And good luck with this. I don't think it's going to make a real big change in what we've seen in the city. I hope not.
No. We're there for you.
You know, fireworks have been accessible.
Make
Just
sure
had,
if you catch your grill on fire, you throw an extra burger on for us.
okay. Just call the fire department and invite them out. There you
Yes,
go. It's good,
that's
good
right.
to see you both. Thanks to all of our guests. Good to see you. Good to have everybody with us. Hope you have a very, very safe 4th of July. Big launch this year because next year is 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. It's going to be a big celebration next year here in this country.
That's right.
Got a lot of ups and downs, whatever. We're still here and we're still going.
That's right.
And that's an amazing thing. Thank y'all. Let's go to the main stage. We're going to wrap this up with the Wayne Jerrolds Band. Wayne, take it away.